Yeah, the clock is ticking. Time keeps passing. We're getting closer and closer to the end of summer. The Triad's 3 biggest school districts are all starting the year in less than 2 weeks on August the 28th. Mount Airy City Schools started the new year on Monday. It's 2 weeks before the state law allows districts to go back. They say their early start date was approved by the school board with overwhelming support from the community. It aligns the district's calendar with the Surrey Community College calendar. Now, the district statement said in part, "We believe this is the right choice that allows for breaks throughout the year for all staff and students. Additionally, our workforce development efforts are partnered with SCC, and it's critical to be aligned with them for the success of these efforts." A bill to change the legally allowed start date to August 10th was introduced earlier this year and passed the House, but it stalled in the Senate. Alamance Burlington Schools is getting 2 elementary schools ready for students and staff to come back after mold has been found in those classrooms earlier this month. Today, the school board approved a nearly $500,000 contract for mold cleanup at Newland Elementary School. The district says they're working on a contingency plan to now relocate those Newland students and staff if the work is not finished in time for opening day, August the 28th. Work is already underway, though, at Andrews Elementary School. This is the first school that mold was found in. That work is expected to be finished in time for the school year. Once the work is completed at both schools, the district will have spent over $1.2 million in mold remediation and HVAC system repairs. Now, while districts around the Triad are working hard to get their facilities in order to come back with children, things you can do to get your students ready for the new year and on the top of the list, one thing that doctors recommend is to get their eyes tested. This is going to give them the best chance to learn. Vision problems can even impact a student's behavior.
Students picking on other students because they may not understand or see the information, but yet they're shy to say anything in front of everyone.
Sometimes it takes a week or 2 for the glasses to be made, or if the school year has just started, you want them to be well equipped so that they can learn to their best ability.
Well, the Cleveland Clinic says your child should have their eyes tested every single year, but a full exam isn't always necessary. The best thing to do is talk with your child's doctor if you have any concerns. Do you ever think about how many germs your kids collect and bring home from school? There's actually one item that students bring to and from school that is the absolute germiest. Can you think what it is? Yep, it is the backpack.
The hands touch the backpack, and if several individuals are touching the backpack, or for instance, lunch boxes go into the backpack, you are exchanging items with friends or getting your hands on different things, putting them in your mouth. All of those items can take bacteria and then transfer them to the backpack.
Yeah, and you got that backpack on the floor of the bathroom, on the school bus, wherever. If hearing that made you consider getting your student a new backpack this year, make sure you're keeping their back health in mind as well. Doctors say picking the right bag can reduce strain on their growing bodies. Dr. R.J. Turner is a sports medicine physician at UT Health Houston at Memorial Hermann.
I mean, you know, we tend to fall into making sure we have a backpack big enough to carry as much as we can. I mean, with lunchbox, books, supplies. But the issue with that is you fill the backpack up.
He says a child's backpack should never be more than 20% of their weight. So if your kid is 50 pounds, that means their backpack should be 10 pounds or lighter.
If you notice that your kid's leaning forward or backwards and there's not like really a good solution in terms of taking some of the weight out of the backpack, the best thing to do is just get a smaller backpack.
He also recommends backpacks with 2 straps that are padded so that the weight is evenly distributed. Now, these same tips apply even in school districts that require the clear backpacks. Dr. Turner says it's important to think about these things now.
And really, ultimately, it develops bad posture. When you have bad posture, you're going to limit the amount that a child can grow and things like that.
Because simple changes could mean a big difference in preventing chronic back pain when your kids get older. Now, Davie County Schools has a clear bag policy for all middle and high school athletics and large events. These are the approved clear bags, which include plastic or vinyl, fanny packs, backpacks, medical equipment. It is important to note diaper bags and computer and camera bags are not allowed in Davie County. Now, Lexington City Schools announced clarifications to their clear bag policy today. Among the highlights, students can use any bag as long as it's made of plastic, vinyl, mesh, or a similar transparent material. It's important to note that students can have non-clear bags inside their backpack. Musical equipment and sports bags are exempt, but are subject to search. You can help us get students ready for the new year through our Tools for School drive. Just drop off supplies in our bins at your local Walmart stores. Your donation will stay in the area where you donate. Now, while those are essential school supplies like paper and pencils and things like that, there are some other tools being used in the classroom to show students a whole new world.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Some say this is the future of education. Instead of opening up a textbook, students can put on a headset to immerse themselves in a subject. Krista Taylor works for the company Accenture's Metaverse team.
But it feels very intuitive.
They build virtual realities in the metaverse for businesses.
We are reimagining the employee, the consumer, and industrial experiences, making them more immersive.
Lately, she says more and more schools are inviting the team to teach kids about virtual reality and what their world will look like. This is River Oaks Elementary School in Houston.
When it comes to learning, especially in the classroom, you could teach a kid about space by showing them a textbook and having them read about it. Or you could take them to a virtual space station and use haptics to feel the rings that make up Saturn.
I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
Fifth graders got in a car to go on a virtual road trip in class this Friday. They were engaged, couldn't wait for their turn to try a headset on.
This is amazing. Like, I would never imagine to do something like this at school.
Fifth grade teacher Askari Mohammed organized this in-school field trip to the metaverse.
Technology can seem a little bit scary, but it doesn't have to be. It can be implemented within the educational system to help kids learn.
In a space still dominated by men, Taylor thinks this is also a way to show young girls that a career in technology is at their fingertips.
If the metaverse is going to look different than our physical world and it's going to be a better place, then it needs to be built with diversity and inclusion and accessibility, especially with females.
A reminder, school is back in session August 28th for most Triad students. And of course, here's to a healthy and a fun start to the school year.